What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Money Monday. It's April 18th, 10:22 a.m. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you all had a wonderful weekend, long weekend, Easter, spent time with the family. Markets are back open. Let's get back to work. So, not too long ago, we had TLRY pop up and take off, and I had some people ask about TLRY. Now, as you can see, TLRY once again has faded all the way back down to where it came from. Pot stocks, usually nothing ever happens with them when they pop up. They're too diluted. Too many people are in on them. And then I guess on Thursday, looks like some oil stocks popped off. INDO popped off there at the end of the day. You may get one quick pop on INDO, maybe up to 26. Usually with energy and oil stocks, when they pop, they just naturally decay back down. See what's gapping up this morning. I see some talk on CASA. Getting a good run this morning from 550s up to almost $7 a share. Nice run on CASA. VERU. This one gapped down this morning. This one had a good morning squeeze up to 17. Nice comeback on VERU, but a lot of resistance up there at 15, 17 bucks. This has got to hold up. I'm going to say 12 bucks. That's your line. Got to hold up at 12 for any type of move higher. Let me throw this VERU up. And then I also see IMTE is grinding up. This one got drilled all the way down. Wow. Yeah, this stock got destroyed. Let me go over some stocks real quick. ATER had a good one last week, running all the way up to 650, getting a slight gap down, holding 5. If this can continue to build up off of 550, this one's looking good. Let me pull up MDVL. Penny stock. Currently testing that 200-day moving average. Got room to run up to 4 bucks if it gets up and going. Got a gap to fill on that daily chart up to 750 just about. Technically, it's still holding trend. 250. MDVL. I'm gonna throw that one up. It's currently pulling back right now. We pull up LEXX. BCTX. I'm just running through this weekly watch list real quick. BTU. This should have ran with INDO. Just grind it up all day last Thursday. But last week in total, it had a good week. Grinding up from 26 up to 33. Nice $7 run up. NEXT. This one's got a good daily chart. Even on the 10-minute here, that looks pretty good. It's trying to break up out of this range. It can hold up at 7. Build up off of 7 and that's 675. This one could continue to push up. That's NEXT. LYRA. Let's look at that one. Pretty low float stock, 9.6 million. If it continues to hold this trend, been trending since April 8th. So we continue to hold this trend, LYRA. It could get that euphoric explosion up. I'm going to throw this one up on the watch list. Keep an eye on it. See if it still holds trend. Take a look at MARPS. This is looking really good. This has got room to run up to 13. A lot of potential with this name, MARPS. Almost a nano float stock too. Yeah, keep an eye on this one. This one ran in the past too. It's got room to run up to about 1250. Any higher than that, this thing could really start to pick up and explode. Float on it's only 1.6 million. Next one, IMPP. This one's just starting to heat up too. Another oil gas. Daily chart looks good. It got drilled down recently. All right here. It's just starting to perk up right here. So if it can start to build off of that 125 level, it's got a lot of potential to run up to 2 would be its first level. 250 IMPP. I don't even know where to put this. I'll replace it with AMC. All right, let's look at USEG. This is starting to perk up too. Got room to run up to here, about $5.75, $6. Look at NINE. Now this is more of like a grinding. Look at MXC here. Mexico Energy Corporation. I like this 10-minute. I like how it's popping up to 20 and it's pulling back to 18 here. All these energy stocks. MXC. I'm going to throw that one up. And then TELL. What's up, Frank? Yeah, looks like a lot of energy and oil stocks. They got drilled down real hard and they're starting to perk up a little bit. They're currently pulling back right now. And look at that run up on Boyle. Natural gas. Got a squeeze going on. Look at there on the daily chart. I'm gonna post this to the chat. Right here with the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, you got a squeeze going on right there. And this has been trending up from 24 all the way up to 105, dude. That's insane. It still hasn't gone euphoric yet. So a list of natural gas, oil. And that GNS sure did get a that new IPO stalled out on Wednesday. Thursday it sold off all day. You may see a nice pop in GNS. You know what's slowly gearing up after it got getting beat down really hard? IMTE. This thing got straight up destroyed, man. Look at that. It's starting to pop and pull back here. This thing could run all the way up to $9. I think IMTE gets a good bounce, man. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8 days straight. IMTE got beat down. Yeah, IMTE, man, I like this one, dude. I'm gonna pick up some shares of IMTE. I think the risk versus reward is really phenomenal on this. This thing straight up got beat the hell down. No bounce whatsoever. From $33 all the way down to $4.50. It's a nano float stock. The float on this is only 225,000. So this thing could, it's stupid. What was that one stock? DWV or something? Forgot the name of it. BWV. This stock here had no bounce whatsoever. Straight up diluted, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight red days. From $62 all the way down now to 6. This is starting to flatline though. At 6. Thursday, I had a quick pop on it up to 760 from just under 6. So it rips up almost $2 and then right back down. 4.2 million float. Good comeback on ATER. Yeah, there you go. FRGE, that's a good pop. $13.50 runs all the way up to $17.50. It's a $4 run. They look at the SPY real quick. So the SPY got a slight gap down this morning, but all morning it's been trying to make new highs. We've been in this down channel since the end of March. So all of April we've been in this down channel pulling back. We pull up MULN. This is falling off a cliff. It's trying to hold up at this $2, forming that wedge. It's falling down now below 2. Still keep it on at I though, because this could come back and squeeze. There's a lot of volume in on this. It's currently at that 50-day moving average, just below $2. $1.88 is where that 50-day moving average is on the daily chart. So, Frank. I gotta go through here and delete this list. completely start over. A lot of these stocks dried up in volume. Twitter. Twitter's trying to gear up. I like Twitter. That SBFM. They came out with an offering, didn't they? Last week they came out with an offering. I think it completely killed the stock. Yeah, this NTUS a buyout. Nothing will happen with that. FRGE's definitely looking good for a continuation. Just pulling back and gearing up. See what stocks are popular with the stock bot. Looks like Tesla. We got earnings coming up too. I forgot. Earnings season is coming up. All the banks and institutions should start rolling out. Nvidia, Twitter, DK. CEI. Chamber Energy. So ATER, CASA, FRGE, Twitter, top place today. Yeah, if IMTE pushes, who knows how high that stock rips. $200,000 float. That's crazy. Yeah, Twitter has no they don't have no ambition to grow that company. When you got Musk throwing out ideas to innovate and grow and they turn it down, Musk is like, psh, I'll just buy you guys out. I thought it was a good idea to offer Dogecoin or Bitcoin as a payment for their subscription base. So far, I like this Twitter. I think it's got good potential to get that rip. You also got the SPY trying to gear up. Trying to gear up for that rip up here, the 440s. ATER is still going. I think CASA tops out at like 750. Hmm. CASA already has 100 million in volume. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of different market cycles. Getting a super tight pullback here on CASA. This thing's been pulling back, popping, pulling back, popping. Ugh. I don't know. I think Casa, it's got potential, but I personally think it's too risky. I don't like how it likes to rip up with all these long upper wicks and slam down. It definitely plays a lot of mind games. Yep. So far, so good on Twitter. Thinking it needs to hold at that 47 to continue pushing up on Twitter. This is more of a big picture idea. Up there at 49.50 bucks. INDO starting to perk up a bit. This could definitely get a rip. how tightly it's getting here with IMTE. I'm thinking the first level, it would run up to a 7 if it does decide to rip. That's a big downfall, man. Uh, no, Twitter's still bullish. Twitter isn't correlated with the market. Yeah, and side note too with Twitter, look at all that volume right here with this going on compared to when it was all flushing down right here. Definitely got activity going on today. We've perked up, we pulled back right there off that 46. We could lift up here to the top part of the range right at just under 49, and then we'll pull back down, probably back down here to like 47. As of right now, Twitter's bullish in a bullish uptrend. It's proven itself and came back off of that 45 level. It caught shorts with their pants down right there with this comeback. Nice pullback, gear up there. Now it's pushing up. Twitter's bullish as fuck. It should have volume. It should have volume. Rome. Yeah. I just had to check on my phone real quick. So I got Twitter pulled up, or Tesla pulled up here, and with the news feed, all the talk this morning on Tesla is about Twitter. Twitter says poison pill makes coercive takeover difficult. Twitter board adopts poison pill following Musk proposal. Let's go through here and look at these scans real quick. LABD. See this fall off right here, and he get driven down. That nice pop up right there. Pulls back, rips up. That's a nice one. SYF. For the most part, it's pretty quiet out here today, I would say. Sounds like somebody's got the case of the Mondays. Yeah, you know what, Rome? You're starting to pick up on a lot of what I pick up on, man. I was talking about IMTE this morning. For the most part, I mean, it looks good. It's just gotta perform. This stock got drilled down like super, super hard, man. But every pop failed. Just straight driven down. Driven down, driven down, driven down. From 36 bucks or $30 all the way down to, what was it, 450? No bounce whatsoever. So it's just starting to perk up here. What you'd be wanting to see is for it to start building in levels. Worth keeping an eye on. You'd probably be putting your stop down below like 450 if you were to get in on a position. IMTE just down below its lows. Got to give this stock room to breathe. See what they're saying here on Twitter. The struggling trader can't figure out why, no matter what she tries, it never works. Every scenario they wait for seems like a market manipulation, but it's just the way the stocks move. The struggling trader has poor timing, entering and exiting in all the wrong places. See, when I see this, man, all these people are looking at are these indicators. They're completely, they got that, they got all this going on. They're trying to draw out patterns. They're just gonna overlook the simplicity of things. What is this? Trend spider? How much they charging for Trend Spider nowadays? See, man, look at all that bullshit. It's just too much. No need to overcomplicate things. You gotta pay for data feed on Trend Spider. IWM Russell 2000. Yep, there she goes. Goodbye. I think in Brian Shannon's do you watch Brian Shannon's Friday recap video every week? I watched it on Friday. He called it out. He called for all of the indexes and even Bitcoin to open lower on Monday. Things ain't looking good, he said. I like Brian Shannon, man. He's really good. You never told me too, Hawk. Did you finish reading that book? The Secret Science of Volume? Beautiful thing about a chart like that is no matter what the price action does, you can always see it went right to my line. I know what I'm doing. Gotta build that confidence up. The one thing that always helped me a lot and will help you guys a lot, I preach to you all the time to go back and put things together. It's always a lot easier to go back and put things together and be like, oh man, that just makes so much sense. Like, it makes sense why it did this and it fell down to that. And then look, it came right back up to that level there. And then it fell right back down. Popped up here. It just makes so much sense when you look back and put it all together. But then when it's real time, you start doubting yourself and you just don't know what to do. You got to form that trust with yourself. After you see it so many times, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. And that's why I say, if you see it, they will come. Or if you see the setup, believe in it and trust in yourself. And every person's going to be different. We're all at different stages in our career. It's a mind-blowing thing. It really is. Oh, it's all good. Talk. I blew through that book, man. That book was, it's not that big of a book. What is it, like 150 pages? I think, but when I read it, I couldn't put it down, man. I blew right through it. I loved it. You just start to adapt and evolve as a trader. It's a never-ending thing. I mean, even still to this day, you guys know, uh, I evolve. I'm evolving still as a trader. This CASA sure has that look to it. Been pulling back super tightly. One thing that I've said to myself multiple times, no matter what in the stock market has always given me at least one or more opportunities per week. And once I realized that, that's when you start to settle down and be a lot more patient. Because no matter what, and if you just sit and think about it, every week the stock market has given us at least one or more big runner, right? You just have to patiently wait for it. It could be Monday, it could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We don't know. But you'll know when it's there. You'll know. Like CASA here, for example. I mean, it just has that look. So your job is to just keep tabs on it, see how it builds up, pay attention to its characteristics. Last week, there was a stock, what was it? It had like the same similar setup like this. But at the midday, what did they do? They did an offering. Well, which one was that? I think it was like last Tuesday, I want to say. LIXT, I think it was. Yeah. See, LIXT kept stalling out just above 5, and it was pulling back, and it was just chilling and consolidating just under 4, and it just had that look. But it dropped off here to 320s, 3s, and then right here, just after, what was it, 2? Or just before 2, they did that offering, and then completely killed the stock, and look at where it's at. Yeah, it was LIXT, because I put it on squeeze watch, and then it just slowly started to fade off as the day went on. And then they did the offering. Rome C says IMRA. Got a gap fill up there at $1.60, which is 30 cents. The 50-day moving average, though, is at $1.50. Volume is just starting to stagger in. It just doesn't have any volume. IMRA. Look at the daily chart on this. This thing, it likes to naturally decay. There's no good days on this thing really whatsoever. It had one pop here, couldn't hold its gains. That was way back in 2020. IMRA, I don't, the chart just has bad vibes on it. Yeah, LIXT was super disappointing, man. After that, I was like, man, I'm done. I need to take the rest of the week off. I didn't trade it. I was just disappointed. I put it on squeeze alert, and then they did an offering at the end of the day and it faded out. Just I wasn't seeing the market correctly. Still got IMTE gearing up at that $5. This thing got straight up diluted, man. 35 all the way. Oh yeah, and that was another one too. After taking that loss on, what was that one? BVW or something? It was like BWV from last week. Yeah. After taking a $2,000 loss on BWV and then missing that squeeze alert that did the offering, LIXT, that's when I just listened to myself and said, I need to take the rest of the week off. I'm done. I'm clearly not aligned with the market and not seeing things. Just take the rest of the week off, enjoy Easter and the weekend, and come back Monday fresh. This stock was such a disappointment, BWV. And I know a lot of people had eyes on it too. Especially on this day, right here. When it was right there at $12, $13. Look at all that volume that was like pretty much buying it up. And this thing just every day just kept ticking lower and lower and lower. Yeah, Tim Ord, he still posts occasionally on Twitter. And he's got that thing called Ord Volume. I've made videos on Ord Volume. Ord volume measures the average volume between swings. A buy signal is triggered when a stock closes above the previous important low. For the current Ord volume, low shrinks near 50% or greater against the first important low. He's got a couple videos on YouTube as well. See, there he is right there. Ord volume talking about it. But he's old school, man. He was trading, or he was a big trader in the 80s and 90s. You don't hear much from him anymore. A lot of websites you go to, this guy, see, he was making post here. See, back in June of 1991, December 1992, May 95, May 2004, July 2005. he was posting a lot back in the day. He doesn't post much anymore. He's talking about the tick index there. I'm going to share this link with you guys. Here's some tips. This is a blog post from 2017. Some learning tips for traders. Read some great investing websites like Investopedia, and my favorite one that got me started was Liberated Stock Trader. They have some excellent free stock market courses, and then he's got a link there. Hey, you just gotta dive in and educate yourself when it comes to all this stuff. I have no idea who this guy is. Never heard of him. Couldn't even tell you if he's still around or anything. So Twitter runs up there to about what, 47.50? Now it's pulling back down. Looks like 46.50. You're going to want to see hold up, and you got a nice little squeeze forming here with the moving averages for Twitter. So maybe we get a nice little end of day run up on Twitter. It's worth keeping an eye on. And then I'd say keep an eye on Twitter with Tesla, because it looks like Tesla and Twitter are running in sympathy. Twitter and Tesla are moving in sync. Man, AMC straight up got drilled, didn't it? Let me know what you guys think with this. This is what I'm thinking with AMC. Notice how it had this, like this. You see this wedge that it formed right there? And it came up right here and fell short right where it fell from that wedge. And then ultimately, it formed out a big wedge right here, right? And it fell down from that wedge from, when was this? About December all the way up until March. Then it ran up here and look at right where it fell short from, where that wedge was. Now with this run up right here, this is what I'm thinking. All the people who bought in, all in here, and who kept adding and buying in all right here, they're all selling and bailing all right here, driving prices lower like this. People are bailing out on AMC. They're washing their hands. They're getting the hell out of it because they're coming to realizing that it's not gonna squeeze, and they're tired of tying up their money. So that's what I'm thinking has caused AMC and GameStop to just straight up decay like that. Because of all the back holders from all right in here just selling after this run up here. They're tired of holding and tying up their money. Because you got to think, from November, December till that run up, they tied up their money for a good, what, 7 months? They tied up their money. It's done. This stock's toast. The IMTE still looking pretty good. $200K float. Who knows how high this thing rips? I think the first level they rip it to, though, I'm thinking 7. INDO keeps stalling out at 25. Who knows what this does? CASA, I don't know. 110 million in volume. They've rotated the float, what, 4 times? I don't see any offerings or anything on CASA. They're clean. We're looking at CASA here. Yeah, this is Flash SEC. Yup. I scroll down here. They ain't got no conversion prices, no warrants, no liquidity and capital resources. We expect that our existing cash and cash equivalents will be sufficient to meet our anticipated cash needs for at least the next 12 months. However, if we need to raise additional funds to expand our operations and invest in new products, we may not be able to obtain additional debt or equity financing on favorable terms, if at all. If we raise additional equity financing, our stockholders may experience significant dilution after their ownership interest, and the market price of our common stock could decline. So that's what they got right there. But they don't have anything as of right now. Yeah, I mainly use Flash SEC to see if they have any warrants they can exercise or if they have any active shelf registrations. What was that one? Were we looking at? We were looking at a stock last week, and they had a lot of active whatchamacallit, warrants they could exercise. Here's one right here. It was that LIXT, remember? We were looking at it and we went to the warrants right here that they could exercise, and we said, hey, they got all these active warrants that they could exercise. And we seen one at $2, $3.70, $5.70, and $6. Were you around when we did this? I'm pretty sure you were. And sure enough, what happened with LIXT? They did a damn offering. So they had an active shelf here. They had that remaining value, They've had all of these in the past. These are all complete right there. See, there's this one right here. That's the one they recently did. West Park Capital. Registered direct offering. April 14th, 2022. And then they did one here, the 20th of September, 2021. They did an at the market offering. And then they did one here in March. That was a registered direct offering. So 3.8 million, 10 million, 5.3 million. Yeah. In a way, man, and I've told you guys countless times, this Flash SEC, I look at it, it's not making me money, it's saving me money. Oh my goodness, it's snowing. April 18th, and it's snowing in Michigan. Yeah, it's about that. I want to get out of Michigan. I got all my family here, though. Kind of hard. Yup. But you got to step up and embrace that change, or the cycle is going to continue to live on and live on and live on, you know? I look back and I'm like, man, my mom and dad never left Michigan. Their mom and dads never left Michigan. Their mom and dads, like my grandparents and great grandparents, all never left Michigan. And all you need is that one person to change the cycle. It's just like being a successful person, the first successful person in your family. '65 and sunny in SoCal. Yeah, you guys over there in Cali got it pretty good. Your family's been slowly leaving New York and going to Florida. Florida's another good place too. Just really humid there. A lot of hurricanes too, yeah. Yeah, a lot of hurricanes in Florida. Hurricanes are party times. Yeah, right. If you don't mind starting over, yeah, then Florida's for you, but for me, man, I like to collect things. I like to I like collecting baseball cards. Like if I lost that, I would be it would suck. I have a huge DVD collection of horror movies. Like, I like collecting things. So hurricanes would wipe all that out, man. I couldn't do that. Wow, Rome. Gonna hit 96 today in Arizona. That's hot, man. But those are the areas right there, Arizona or Vegas. Those are the two areas that I've been wanting to move to. I really like Arizona. I really like Arizona. My aunt lived in Arizona. She lived in what part of Arizona? Yeah, they get up super early there in the West Coast. 4 hours behind, is it? But it's all the way you look at it, man. You could wake up super early like that, 4 a.m., and then by 9, you're done for the day. You got the whole rest of the day to do whatever you'd want, you know? INDO's really taken off there. Running up to that previous day's close, up over 26. Nice little, just over $2 run on it. Oh, you know what part of Arizona my aunt and my cousins lived? They lived in Kingman, Arizona. You know where that's at, Rome? It's like Kingman or King something. She was out in the middle of nowhere, dude. I guess it was a bunch of oil fields where she was at. But she don't live in Arizona no more. She lives in Texas now. Yeah, you'd probably just have to put up sheets of plywood over your windows. In Florida. With INDO popping off here, watch out for all your other gas and energy names. MARPS. That one's starting to perk up a bit. That one could shoot up to over 10 and start to take off running up to 12. IMPP is another one. CEI, Chamber Energy. We were just looking at all of these energy names this morning. INDO is up at new highs just about. It's up over 27. Damn. Thing ran up $3.50. Look at that thing skip. 28.50. $28.50, $29. You could tell it's starting to exhaust itself up here. Look at that volume ramp up. Oh, you live in southern Arizona? Okay. That's a rip on INDO. 24 to 29. See, and look at MARPS is starting to perk up. Now that INDO's up and running. IMPP. INDO, $30. It's ran up $6. What you could do real quick, run over to here. INDO, it's in the energy. CEISJT. Look at there goes MARPS up over 10, running at 1070. This thing can run to 12. 9. Remember 9? HUSA. Yep, that's another one. The thing with energy stocks, you got to play them while they're hot. And then once they start to fade and decay, man, they decay hard. They look at, of course, CASA failed. Remember, most of the time, the number one stock of the day that everybody's talking about, chances are it's gonna fail. That's why most of the time, I don't even focus on the hot stock of the day. It's just too hard. Too many opinions in on it. But you do see the number one stock on the day. You can see them run and push really good. So this is the first pullback on INDO. Gonna get it pull back and gear up for that breakup over 30. Just like IMPP here, it's running right back up to that wedge in the previous day's close. That wedge right here, it fell off through it. Now it's popping back up to it in that previous day's close line. Now it's pulling back. You're going to want to see it gear up and build up strength to blow up over that. So INDO is your leader. Then, of course, MARPS up to that target we called out about $12, $12.50. And you still got IMTE holding up too. It's been holding up at that 5 like a boss. It's gonna snow here all the way up until 6 p.m. All this going on right in the middle of dead lunch hours. Yeah, I know, right? I'm not trading this INDO, I'm just watching it. I still have a position on IMTE. MARPS, you probably be looking for it to pull back around this area here from 10 to 950. That's a big range. IMPP, be looking for it to probably pull back to this let's see, about a buck 35, buck 40, that level. This is a true penny stock pretty much. It's gonna move super tight. Plus yeah, you'd probably look for this to pull back 475, $5 area. This could. Trying to determine where to put an order for IMTE. Part of me's thinking play it safe and put it up here at 7, but another part of me's like, man, it's got room to run up to 8, 9. It could touch this red line at 8.20, $8. Then it could also stall out and fail here. Nano float stock like that, I think it could rip easily up to 8. INDO, that's a tight pullback for a snap. Building up to blow up over that $8. Remember, once a stock chooses a direction, chances are it's going to continue going in that direction. So pullbacks like this are healthy. Pullback, I would say, to hold up 27 in that previous day's close. You'd also want to see volume retrace. Big range on that. Big range. All right, I think I'm gonna jump off of here and go on to lunch. Thanks for tuning in with me today, you guys on YouTube. It was fun. Little slow start to the morning and to the week, but we got energy and energy stocks perking up and popping off. Definitely worth keeping your eye on. INDO, IMPP, CEI, MARPS. I got my eye on this IMTE going into the second half of the day for a nice pop potentially on it. It's still holding and gearing up. Nano float stock. The float on this is only 225,000. So this thing could definitely skip. Definitely. And Rome, you see the potential as well. I don't know if I will swing this overnight. We'll see how it plays out. I have a stop and a price target on it. I'll let you guys know how it plays out. I just don't know how far it's going to go. If it does decide to go. The SPY just been getting drilled. We're back down below that 50-day moving average. But as we enter into earnings season, it's going to be important to see how these companies put out earnings, because these companies putting out earnings, that's going to push the market. All your banks and institutions, they're going to slowly start putting out earnings first, and then everybody else is going to follow. But all right, you guys, thanks again for tuning in.